you fell asleep. I wrote you letters you never read. Loved you with words I could barely say. I reached for warmth, but your arms went cold. You carried a fire, you carried stone. Every forever you swore to me turned into silence, turned into grief.
And I swore I was enough, but your silence screamed too much. Every promise turned to dust. Every always lost its trust. You could have loved me, but you chose the dark instead. Left me shattered with your shadows in my bed. Still I'm standing, even bleeding on my knees. You could have loved me, but it couldn't be. I carved my name in the walls of your chest, but you tore it down like all the rest. I gave you songs from the cracks of my ribs. You turned them quiet, you turned to myths. I pray for light in the spaces you hide, but all I found were your borrowed lies. I stayed loyal when you turned away. Now my soul is learning not to stay.
And I swore I'd make you see, but nothing love if it ain't free. Ooh, you broke me down to bone. Now I rise on my own.
You could have loved me, but you chose the dark instead. Tried to break me, but I rise from where I bled. Still I'm standing, even bleeding on my knees. You could have loved me, but it couldn't be. No, no. Ooh, I cried rivers you'll never see. Begged my heart just to set me free. Ooh, I loved harder than I should, but you never, never could.
You never could, you never would, no.
I kept your picture inside my head, a ghost of a love that was never fed. I built a home out of broken glass, hoping the pain it would never last. But every mirror shows me the truth. I gave my tomorrow, you wasted my youth. Now when I sing, I'm not singing for you, I'm singing for scars